You both of you.
Yeah, this is me, Anuradha here.
Okay,
I've done my MCOM in Logistics and Supply Chain Management.
okay,
Passed out batch it is 2015.
okay.
So right
Sir,
now I'm doing administrative related work. So I just wanted to work in my field. So I just thought of doing this training.
okay.
So
You are working in a company. From how many years? How many years of experience you have?
6 years.
Okay. Do you have any background on a SAP, anything?
No, no, nothing.
No.
I
Ah,
just
okay.
studied this
Okay.
logistics and supply chain. That too, long back it is actually. Now there is a lot of gap.
No, no, no problem. But you have a experience. Like, you have worked somewhere, right?
Work experience I have, but not
Yes.
in this field. So
Yeah.
I
No.
just thought I just wanted to continue my career in this field so that I'll be getting more opportunity related to my work.
Yeah, that's a good decision, and rather no problem. You can mention you can take some experience as and you can put some experience you worked
Mm,
on some projects on SAP, so that
mm,
you can shift your career from the administrative to the SAP. That's not a
yeah,
issue.
yeah,
Yes, yes.
that's what I was planning.
Yeah. And the other person,
I have one question for you, can I?
yes, yes.
What is this? This is a material management, and what is this HANA material management called as?
No, HANA is just like a update version of the SAP material management. It's a database. Main difference is HANA
Uh-huh.
is a main database which was owned by the SAP. Previously, the database is owned by the third-party system, like where SAP used to pay some amount to the third-party systems. Like
Mm,
whenever the customer uses implement the SAP, the customer
mm,
has to bear the database cost from the third-party software. Now HANA is on
mm.
cloud database, like where it is owned by the SAP.
Actually,
That
that
is,
is a new version.
yes, correct.
This is
You're
a
right.
old version, or what? Material management.
Yeah. In the like a overview level, it is SAP is like a old version, and S4HANA is the new version. But the may 80% will cover in the ECC, like whatever the we call it as a SAP MM, and
Can
20% is
we
the,
like directly study this HANA, or we
yeah,
have
no,
to study this and then only we have to go to that? How it is?
yeah, if you study S4 HANA, that includes the ECC MM. That's what
Uh,
I'm telling you. Okay, you
uh-huh.
can study directly S4 HANA. You can tell it as now we call it. It will not call. We call it as a SAP MM. We call it as a
Uh,
S4 HANA sourcing and procurement. That
because
is we
right
call.
now
Yes,
that is new version, right?
yes,
That's
correct.
what I wanted to ask.
Yes, yes. You can directly study the S4 HANA sourcing and procurement. There is no like much difference between the ECC and the S4 HANA. There are some features introduced in the S4 HANA, and
Mm,
database wise, there is some difference, and some project implementation types. There are
mm,
different types of project
mhm,
implementation. There is a
mhm.
different methodology implemented in the S4 HANA.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, fine, sir.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. And who is,
1 minute,
uh,
sir. Nadeem, no, he's
yes.
joining audio. 1 minute.
Okay.
Hello, Nadeem. Am I audible?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. So Rajesh sir is there.
Yes.
He will start the demo. Yeah, you can start.
Yes, Nadim, can you give some like a little introduction about yourself? Like,
Yeah, I had done my BBM. After
okay,
completing BBM, I was working in progress for the 2 years as an operation executive. Was a
in
credit admin
in where?
Infosys.
Okay,
Infosys. As a customer service, I was working for the UK bank, credit
okay,
admin.
okay,
Preparing all the monitoring, reporting, and transferring the funds from use to the UK.
okay. Good. You have a 2 years of experience, correct?
Experience and in 2 years in this one sales in sales thing
Okay. Fine, Nadim,
and
no problem.
present 1 year I'm working in this one Flipkart.
Okay, Yeah,
the
sure.
SAP supporter means I think the process that here I will look for all the EOD purchase orders and through in the SAP
Okay, okay, okay.
material
Okay.
management.
Yeah, sure, sure. Thank you, Nadim. Arun, hello, Arun, are you there? Hello.
No, sir, he's our institute guy only. You can
Oh,
start the demo.
okay, okay, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, guys, like before starting the session, like I would like to give some small introduction about myself. My name is Rajesh. I have a total 10 years of experience. In total, in like 8 years into the SAP implementation as a consultant, and 2 years into the procurement domain. And I have 4 years of teaching experience. And in my total experience, I have involved in nearly 3 to 4 implementations and support projects. Some roller projects I have involved. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now let's get into the I'd like to know what do you hear about the S4 HANA? Like what is like your first thought about SAP?
It is a software actually in that we are working.
Okay. Okay. Do you think like we have to learn
And
some
in
coding?
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean,
Okay. There is a coding in SAP. Okay. Okay, okay, guys. Like I will give some demo now. How what is the SAP and why SAP is preferred than other softwares. Okay. Now
okay.
let's see.
yeah,
Yeah. Now in this today's session, we'll learn what is SAP, why ERP, what is ERP, why is ERP required, various ERP products in the market, introduction to SAP, and various R by 3 applications, and what are the modules involved in SAP, like a functional and technical, and we'll see the implementation landscape and S4 HANA intro, introduction to the material management and types of projects. Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now, before going to the project, like a topic, we'll understand the business process. Like suppose we take example of a manufacturing unit. Okay. The customer calls to the supplier sales department and he asks for the product. If the product is available, immediately the sales department will deliver the product to the customer. If the suppose the product is not available, the sales department will check with the inventory department.
Hmm.
You can see, right?
Yeah.
Yes. If the inventory, the sales inventory team updated like there is no inventory or like whatever the customer ordered, then the sales department will reach out to the production planning to plan like what is the customer is expecting. We need to manufacture it and deliver it to the customer. Then
Hmm.
production planning team again what we have to do. What are the if suppose one product needs to be manufactured, what is required? Can anyone tell? We call like a raw materials
Raw
semi. Yes,
materials.
raw
Yeah, yeah.
materials is
Hmm.
required. Again what production planning team will do, again we'll go to the inventory department
Hmm.
where the raw
Hmm.
materials are stored. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Once if the raw materials are not available, what they will do, they will reach out to the vendors.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Once the vendors deliver the raw materials, then the
Hmm.
raw materials will be sent to the manufacturing unit.
Hmm.
In the manufacturing unit the materials cannot be converted automatically, right? We need some labor. For
Yeah.
that, we'll connect with the HR to get the
Hmm.
labor to manufacture the product.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yes. Once the product is manufactured and it will be sent to the sales department and it will be delivered to the customer. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But whatever the raw materials we purchase, we need to pay for that, right?
Yeah.
For that, the production planning team will send the invoices to the finance department.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Once the finance department release the payment to the vendor, then the full business process will be completed. This is a like a typical business enterprise. Like what are the like key observations you observed here?
Hmm.
in it this one. payments product,
Okay.
where
Like
the
for one
finance team.
product, we need to contact so many.
Yes, 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 correct. Now let's see like what we observed. If you see, like if you observed in the like a previous example, there is a connection between the different departments,
Yeah.
like to deliver a product to the customer.
Hmm.
A typical enterprise or a company has many departments and business units. If you see, there is a sales department, there is an inventory department, production planning department, manufacturing unit, HR,
Hmm.
finance department. Okay,
Hmm.
and these departments and our business units continuously communicate and exchange data with each other, because the sales department has to connect with the inventory team whether the product is available, what the customer is expecting. Again, if the product is not available, sales department has to connect with the production planning. There is a continuous communication between the departments.
Yes.
The success of any organization lies in effective communication and data exchange within the departments as well as the associated third party vendors.
Hmm.
Third party vendors means like the outside of the company. Like all the products we will not be manufacturing, right? Like raw materials we can't manufacture and we can't make a final output. That's
Hmm.
why we'll be taking a products from the vendors. We
Hmm.
call it as a third party. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, now the enterprise system, whatever the enterprise system I explained in this, there are two types of enterprise systems. One is
Sir,
the
I cannot see your screen.
you cannot see.
No.
I think some network issue, Anuradha, from your side. We are able to see.
Who is it? Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir. Proceed.
Yeah, there are two types of enterprise system. We classify as decentralized systems and centralized system. Another we call it as a enterprise resource planning. Okay. Now let's understand the decentralized systems. In a company with a decentralized system of data management, data is maintained locally at an individual departments, and departments do not have access to the data of other departments or the business units. Okay. Now let's take the same example in a different scenario. Okay. Now the customer ordered some product to the sales department. Okay. Now sales department don't have any information or any information about the inventory. Now what they have to do, sales department, they have to connect again to the inventory. It will take time. Okay.
Hmm.
If the inventory department don't have any like update on the system, like what is the present product available in the inventory, then again they have to come back to the sales department. Okay.
Hmm.
It will take time. Again the sales department has to go for the production if the product is not available. The production team, what they will tell, again they have to go for the inventory, but they don't have the information about what is present, like whatever the raw materials required to manufacture a product. But sales department will not be having any data,
Hmm.
about the inventory department, and they will not be having any access. What will the problem we will get here? There will be a delay in the communication. And
Hmm.
there, okay.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, sir.
yes, yes, then the what will happen? Due to the delay, there will be a delay in the payments to the vendor, there will be delay
Hmm.
in the manufacturing, there will be delay in the like a labor cost, because we will be getting a immediate requirement and the labor will not be available. We will be hiring the labor with a higher cost. There will be a loss to the company. Now we'll see the what are the problems will come with the decentralized system process.
Hmm.
No real time inventory information. If you see here, the customer came to the sales department, he ordered a product. Now sales department will think like, okay, we have the product. Okay, now but when they go to the inventory, they don't have the product. What will happen? There is no real time information with the sales department.
Hmm.
Okay, due to this, the loss of revenue and customer dissatisfaction, what we will do, their sales department is not giving the right data in right time, the customer will get dissatisfied and
Hmm.
customer can go to other company,
Yeah.
and data maintenance cost goes up. Because of data is maintained locally, the inventory details has to be maintained in the sales department, the inventory details has to be maintained in the inventory department, and the because of these data maintenance costs will goes up,
Hmm.
and databases are out of sync. In the same scenario like previously explained, in the sales department will think like we have the product in stock, but the inventory department don't have the inventory. the databases will be out of sync, and material inventory cost goes up because of the let's take the another example. Okay, we have the inventory, whatever the customer ordered, we have the inventory in stock, but sales department will directly go to the production department and start manufacturing the product. Then due to this, what will happen? Double manufacturing will be happen, and again raw materials will be purchased. Due to that, material and inventory cost grows up. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the sales department, whenever the customer reaches the sales department, and they will start the manufacturing, there is a immediate planning has to be done, immediate manufacturing has to be done. If there is a immediate labor required, then the cost will increase, labor costs will increase.
Hmm.
And loss of reputation are facing a legal action. Okay, if we will be purchasing the raw materials from vendor, and vendor will be submitting the invoice, due to the loss of communication between the finance department, what the production planning will department do, they will send the invoices in a late or delay, and there
Hmm.
will be payment delay from the finance department. Due to this, vendors will get this face a payment delay. This will cause a legal action, because the vendors will be having a payment terms, which we call it as a, we have to pay the vendors within the stipulated time. Okay.
Hmm. Okay, sir.
Inconsistencies and duplication of data, because the data will be maintained, whatever the inventory I told you before, the data, inventory data has to be maintained in the inventory department, production planning department, and sales department. There will be duplication of data because the same data has to be maintained in different departments. And high inventory, material, and human resource cost. Because of this high inventory, we have to hire a different labors, different same skill labor for different departments. Because of this, the cost will goes up. Okay,
Okay,
you
sir.
have any doubts up to here?
No, sir.
Yeah. Now we'll see the centralized systems. Okay, in a company with a centralized systems of data management, data is maintained at central location and is shared with the various departments. Departments can have the access information and data of other departments or business units. Now let's see the same example with the centralized system. Okay,
Hmm.
centralized system is like a central we call it as a center for all the data information. Okay, all the information about the sales department, about the production planning, manufacturing, HR, finance, inventory will be available in the centralized system. Okay, in the same scenario, when the customer comes the to sales department, then immediately sales department will have the access to the inventory department, whether the product is not available, whether the product is available, then immediately they will respond to the customers. If the product is not available, then they will reach out to the production planning. Immediately they will create a requirement, we require this particular product. Then immediately the production planning department will check whether we have a raw materials in the inventory department. Why? Because we have a direct access to check the other departments level, whatever the data present in the other departments. Okay, because of this, the manufacturer will go in a effective way, and the payments will be made in an effective manner. Due to this, the most companies will prefer the centralized system, which we call it as an enterprise resource planning.
Hmm.
Okay, now let's understand like what are the benefits of centralized systems. Increased revenue due to the immediate response and immediate customer delivery. There is a increased revenue, and customer will give a nice rating or something. Okay, there will be no data
Okay.
duplication. Okay,
Okay.
because the data is maintained at a central level. And labor
Hmm.
cost decreases because there is a pre-planned will be happening. There is a term called MRP, we call it as a material requirement planning. When there is a raw materials are going to the lower level, there will be immediately purchases will be happening from the purchasing department. Due to this, there will not be any delay in the manufacturing. Labor cost will decrease, and payments on time, because the invoices will be sent centrally, and the finance department will make the payment to the vendor on time. Eliminates the duplication, discontinuity, or redundancy in data. because the whatever the products inventory will be updated periodically and daily basis, and the other systems can see, other departments can see the data without any delay. Provides the control over the various business process. We can have the data about the other departments, what is happening over the centralized system. Increase productivity, better inventory management, promotes quality and reduced material cost, effective human resource management, and reduced overhead cost. Because we are maintaining the data at the central level, there is no need to hire for the no need to hire for the same skill for the different departments. There is only one person required for to maintain all the data. Now let's understand what are the various ERP products in the market. We have SAP, Oracle, Bond, PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, Marshall, Siebel, and Microsoft Dynamics. But out of this, SAP is more like having the more than 70% market share in the market now, because by as I am in the market current corporate world, SAP is in a boom period, I can say, because we can see more opening coming for the SAP S4 HANA. Even for the freshers, they are offering a good package, they're giving a good reputation. They're going into the, like, some people I see, like, they're placed into the on-site directly.
Mhm.
Okay. The
Okay.
main disadvantage of SAP is, like, it's a little bit expensive actually. That is the only disadvantage we have with the SAP. But compared to the disadvantage, we have the more advantages into the SAP. Like, there will be more increased revenue because of the SAP. When now let's see what is SAP. SAP stands for Systems, Applications, Products, and Data Processing. Okay. We should not call it as a SAP. Okay, remember this. If anyone call it as a SAP, like, it is not the correct word to. We should call it as a SAP, Systems, Applications, Products, and Data Processing. It was founded in Germany by 5 IBM employees in 1972. Currently, we have approximately 10 million users and 30,000 installations and 1,000 partners and 21 industry solutions we have. It has a customers worldwide. Like, we have so many customers. Fortune 500 companies are using the SAP. SAP is the fourth largest software company in the world. These are the some of the examples I try to collect clients, like, who are using the SAP. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's understand the SAP applications. Okay. We have a different applications, like, in SAP ERP, like, we call it as a modules also. Why SAP is like preferred, I can tell you. It's an integrated solution. What it can integrate with other systems, other open systems, like other software. We have other systems where SAP will be integrated. We have a SAP Ariba, we have a AWS, we have other Java, other ABAP. It has a open system to which can integrate to SAP. And it is a enterprise data model. I explained in the previous example, the whole organization structure can be designed in the SAP, like the HR department, plant maintenance, quality maintenance, production planning, material management. Everything we can configure in SAP, and designed for all types of business. It can be implemented for whatever we call manufacturing unit, automobile industry, other pipeline industries, other gas form, pharmaceutical. It can be designed for all business. And there is a multinational currency, like, there is a multiple currency options available in SAP. These are the some of the advantages. SAP is suitable for any size of business, and it is simple and user friendly. As I asked in the like a beginning, there is a SAP two parts will be there. There is application side and there is a backend side. Backend side, SAP will be taking a help of ABAP, like, we call it as a Java. But as a functional consultant, we should be only using the application side. Data will be configuring. There we will not be bothering about the ABAP. That will come under the technical module of SAP. But an ABAP also, there will not be much coding. I'm telling you. Okay.
Mm.
And industry best practices and integrated solution. SAP, while when the customer came to SAP and he want to install the SAP. SAP is having a predefined best practices or the configurations available within SAP software, which the customer can use and implement in SAP. This can give a satisfaction to the customer, like no need of complex configurations, and the implementation time is also very less and industry specific and supports all types of industries, and it is modular and customizable. If the customer want to customize the within SAP, we have so many options in SAP where we can customize as per our industry specific needs. These are the modules we configure as SAP functional consultants and SAP technical consultants. Functional consultant will come into the HR, whatever I explained, like here. The functional consultant will be working on a sales distribution, material management, production planning, quality management, plant maintenance, human resource, and financial accounting, controlling, fixed asset management, and the project system. These are the things where the functional consultants will be working. Okay. And the technical side, technical modules will come under as a ABAP SAP backend, where the technical consultants will be working on the server side, server or a client side. They will be working on the backend of the SAP. This is the SAP system, like a overview of the landscape, like how the server, we call it as a server in the SAP is maintained, like backend system is maintained. Sandbox, first one is a sandbox server, which we call it as a education server, which will in training we will be using this sandbox server. We have, if you want to explore anything in the company, we can use the sandbox server. Development server, which will be mostly used for the configuration. During the implementation, the consultants will be working in the development server, and later there will be a quality assurance test system where the end users will test the configuration which is developed by the functional consultants or the technical consultants. Then there will be a production system where the end users will be working, and there will be a backup will be taken for the development and the production, because if there is an issue in the production, it has to be retested in the lower environment, and then only it has to be transported to the production system. We can't directly make any changes in the SAP system. Now let's see some introduction about let's understand what is S4 HANA. Like S4 HANA is based on the advanced in-memory platform, offers a personalized Fury-based user experience to access the role-based solution. In general way, I can tell you, like previously SAP was like, let's take an example of a mobile. Okay, we have a application where we'll be using the different applications in a mobile, and there will be application backend software, and which will be having a RAM and ROM. We call it as a ROM, we call it as a data storage. Okay, previously the SAP in ECC, the data was stored in the ROM. Okay, now S4, with the S4 HANA, all the data is maintained in the cloud. We call it as a RAM. Okay, in memory. Because of this in memory platform, now whatever the data we require from the backend, it will be immediately pulled to the end user, which can increase the user experience and a faster program to the end users. That is the reason of the S4 HANA. You understand, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, it was introduced by SAP
Sorry,
in, yeah.
I didn't understand the.
Okay,
Can you tell me?
basically S4 HANA, S4 HANA is a database. Previously,
Okay.
the database given by the SAP to the third party systems. We have other
Okay.
database for the IBM, other DB6 systems we have, and Microsoft also there is a database. These, whatever the data we use in a company. Okay, suppose let's take example of the manufacturing unit. Whatever the data we use, there will be separate servers. There will be big hard disk. You can say as a hard disk actually. There will be if you see in a company, you'll be seeing a server room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the server room, there will be a database room for SAP on premise, everything, where all the data will be maintained in the servers. Whatever the servers in the databases, those database is maintained by the third party system previously. Okay, in a ECC. Now with S4 HANA, with S4 HANA database, these database is also maintained by the SAP. Okay, you understood?
Yeah.
Yes. There are many customers which are moving from SAP Business Suite. We call it as a SAP ECC or SAP MM to S4 HANA. There will be like a now every company there is a rule that from SAP there is a notification from SAP by 2020 2030 everyone should have the S4 HANA implementation instead of a ECC. Okay, and S4 HANA is designed for real-time business operations planning and BI analysis. Following is a SAP Fury-based interface, and there are so many features coming up with the S4 HANA. Okay, in S4 HANA, we will be using, there is a more usage of the machine learning and artificial intelligence, and there is a web browser. And all the end users used to work on a SAP screen. Now they need to work on only web browser. Only the end users only the consultants will work on SAP. That I will be explaining more detail about the different layers of SAP, what is the application layer, presentation layer in a coming classes. Okay. Okay. This is a Fury page. You can see this is the example I have collected actually. This is a web browser where the end users will be working on like a day-to-day operations. If you take it as a PO creation, purchase order creation, invoice submission, this is the Fury based. This will work on UI5. This will come with the S4 HANA introduction. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for interruption. Actually,
Yeah. No. Yes.
I
Yes.
am
Go ahead.
working. I am currently with process means project only. We will have some T codes. In that T codes, we will create a purchase order and we will amend it. So it is related for this one, means HANA only, right?
No, you are creating a PO in ECC. Which do you know like which your company is using a SAP S4 HANA or ECC?
SAP ECC, I think. I don't know, but
ECC.
we are using SAP ERP, I think.
ERP. Okay. If you have any doubt, if you go to the work tomorrow, you can check. I will tell you. Okay. Go to the SAP. There will be system. There will be system actually. System tab. There you can check the status. There you can see the product version of SAP. If you are using the SAP ECC, you will be creating whatever the PR PO you are telling, right? PO
We
creations
are,
will be done in the
we are,
SAP screen only. Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah.
In this one, what we call it, in pure creation, there
Yes.
will be a T code. They given a T code, okay?
Yes, yes.
That
There will be T code MB21N, MB23, like MB22N, correct?
Yummy 20, yeah, yeah, Yummy 22, and we will amend the PO
Amend the
and
PO.
we will
Yes.
make it. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So
true.
what
Yes,
is that
true.
we call? Yeah, this is related for this only. What you are telling?
Yes, correct. Yes, correct. But this is for this only. Now, because with the S4 HANA, what is happening? Not all the users will be working on SAP. You are working on a GUI screen. We call it as a GUI screen, graphical user interface screen. Now, with the S4 HANA, not all the users need to go for SAP screen. They can directly create a purchase requisition or a purchase order in a Fury page. This we call it as a user-friendly page. Okay, this is the difference with the ECC and one of the difference with the ECC and S4 HANA. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
I
you
mean,
got
this is
right.
a wealth management. This is a wealth. What we call it as wealth management, right? Sorry, product management.
Sorry,
Ma'am told that it is a product management.
product management.
Yeah,
No, Fury.
Fury. Okay.
Yeah, it is a SAP Fury page where you can have a multiple, like you can work
Sorry,
on a
material management. Sorry,
material management. Correct, correct, correct. Material management. Yes.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. Now let's see what is the material management exactly. Okay. Material management is a function, is a part of the logistics area. It's one of the important modules in SAP ERP software. An application module supports the procurement and inventory functions occurring in a day-to-day business operations. Okay. In SAP supports the following business functions: purchasing, inventory management, materials requirement planning, and invoice verification. Okay. Material management module consists of all master data, system configuration, and the transactions to complete the procure to pay cycle. Okay. Okay, I will try to explain in a general way. Okay, we have a term called in a material management, procure to pay. Okay, we call procure to pay, purchase to P2P, we call it as. From whenever there is a requirement from the business, we have to identify the needs. Okay, then what we'll do, we after identifying the needs, we have to search for the vendor who is giving the best price and best quality and within a time. That we call it as a sourcing. And after identifying a vendor, what we have to do, we have to create a purchase requisition. There needs to be a document which will created within our internal company, and we have to get some budget, right? Like to purchase a raw material, we have to get the approval for the purchase requisition. Then after getting approval, the purchase requisition will be converted into the purchase order in SAP That we call it as a purchasing function. Okay, after purchasing, issuing a PO, a vendor will deliver the goods, and he will once he deliver the goods, he needs the payment, right? He will send the invoices, and we have to make the payment to the vendor. That function will come under inventory management. Okay, and then materials requirement planning. Every time, like we should not be checking the material is available or not. Every time we can't check, right? There will be some check will be set up in the SAP, where automatic purchase requisitions or the POs will be sent when there is a lower stock in the warehouse. That will come as a material requirement planning. And later, invoice verification. Okay, invoice verification means simply, if we issue a PO for $1,000, $1,000, and but the vendor sends the invoice for $2,000, we can't simply pay to the vendor, right, without verification. That we call it as a invoice verification. Like we will be checking the PO price, we'll be checking the goods receipt, we call it as a GR, and we'll be checking the invoice submitted by the vendor. That verification will be done in the invoice verification part. You got the clarity, right?
Yes.
Anyone having any doubts? You can simply you can ask without hesitation, please, if you have any doubts.
No, no. Just I told you that this one is a material management.
Yes, correct. This is the material management. And one more thing I want to tell, like material management will be communicating with the other modules. You will be heading of FICO module, quality management, and warehouse management. It will be having a connection with other modules. It is the most interacted module. Yes, yes, in the entire SAP module, it is the most interactive inter connection module actually. And this is the overview of the material management, how it will be happening. Material requirement, there will be internal procurement and external procurement. There once if there is external procurement, the invoices has to be done, invoice receipt. Once we receive the invoice receipt, we have to make the payment to the vendor.
Vendor.
Yeah, if there is an internal procurement, because if a company, let's take example of a Tata group. We have a plant in Bangalore, we have a plant in some other state, Andhra or something somewhere. Okay, we need
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, in Andhra plant we need a material. Now we can't always purchase it from the external, right? We will send the materials
So
from
we can
here to
purchase from nearest
within
there.
a company.
So,
Yes, yeah, within a company, we can,
oh,
that we call it as a
so that
stock transfer. Stock transfer orders we call it as. Then we'll issue the goods. We take it as external procurement only, but we there will be separate maintenance for the internal procurements. Okay,
oh,
yeah. And there will be in SAP, there will be two types of data. One is the master data, and another one is the transaction data. Transaction data is like example I can tell is PRs, purchase orders. Okay,
uh,
and the master data is material will not be created on a daily basis. Once the material is created, it will be used for multiple reasons. Okay, we can tell, we can use another example of master data: batch and vendor and GL accounts is most important, which will be integrating with the FICO module from to FICO integration, which we'll be seeing in a further classes. Okay, and there will be a customer also, and there will be info records. Every time we can't send a request for RFQs to the vendor to ask for the price. We will be having a certain contracts where up to this quantity you have to provide this price only with the vendor. We'll be having some contracts with the vendor. Okay,
okay. So
okay. In this picture,
in
if
this ERP,
yeah,
ERP what will be role?
Sorry. Hello. Can you ask once again?
What is the ERP here it is?
ER,
ERP.
no,
Yeah.
SAP is the one of the ERP software.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So we work on ERP and SAP, right? So in the SAP
No.
it will come, ERP will come.
Yeah. ERP is at on the top. One of the ERP software is a SAP. Okay. Don't
Oh,
confuse. Okay. Because
okay.
ERP is the enterprise resource planning.
But
We have many ERPs. We have many like PeopleSoft, BAN. We have so many. We have one of the ERP software is a SAP software.
software both are same. That what is that
Yes,
FI, FICO, FIFO?
that is a module. Like in SAP, we have like everything can't be maintained because payments, GL accounts, payments, treasury, it will be coming under the FICO module. Finance
FICO.
and controlling, we call it as.
Material management, it will where it will come?
Sorry,
This management, material management, where it will come?
it is a material management only. No, that's what I'm telling.
Oh, this is material management.
Yes,
Okay, it is different and it also is a different tools.
FICO is a different. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what. If you see here, I explained 1 minute. See, these are the different modules which are available in SAP.
Ah,
Okay, now we are learning about the material management. You can see after the sales and distribution.
okay.
Okay,
Ah.
there will be a connection between the all the modules. Okay, there will be some connection. Sales and distribution will have a connection with the material management. It's not like they are independent legal entity. It's like there is some connection between all the modules in SAP.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
So particularly,
ERP, yeah,
particularly we are doing this one now, creating
material
the.
management. We are now learning about the material management.
No, no, okay, okay.
Yes. Okay. Anyone having any doubts still? Okay, I'll move to the next slide. And coming to the projects, okay, these are very important. Like basically, like while going for the interview, they will ask for these type of questions. Like first, the question comes from the interviewer is on which type of project you worked on in SAP. Okay. SAP has mainly 4 important projects. One is the implementation, one is a support project, one is a rollout project, one is a upgradation project. Okay. Now we'll take a overview. I'll explain about overview. What is the implementation project? Okay. Suppose a company. Suppose let's take a TVS. TVS group. TVS we have, right? We know, right? TVS is using some other software, not SAP. Okay, some other software. Now TVS came to SAP company and asking, no, I want to use the SAP. Okay, now we have to do fresh implementation. We have to take the data from the whatever data. We always remember the implementation project will be always on site. If suppose a TVS company is on some other some other UK or US, you have to go there, understand the business, and take the data and implement in SAP. This we call it as a non-legacy. Legacy system is other software to SAP. We call it as an implementation project. Okay. You have any doubt on the implementation? Okay. Support project. Okay. Once we implemented the SAP in the TVS company. Okay. Now after implementing, we should not tell like, okay, we have implemented, we are leaving, and you have to take care of yourself. No, it's not like that. There will be issues. There will be user issues. There will be some configuration issues. There will be some developments will be happening. We should give the support. Like there will be some consultants hired particularly for this. Most of the companies are hiring employees for the support project only now, and we'll be getting more openings for the support project. Okay. And rollout project. Okay, I have started a company. Okay, there is a manufacturing unit I have started in a Bangalore. Now I want to expand it to the Chennai. I have to implement the SAP in Chennai also. No need of a fresh implementation. You can take whatever the configurations implemented in Bangalore plant, you can simply roll out to the Chennai plant. That is called it as a rollout project. Here we will be moving only configurations. We will not be doing any fresh configurations in the Chennai plant. That is called as a rollout project. Upgradation project, we can tell it as presently in trending one. We call it as SAP ECC to S4HANA. You have heard like migration to CCC to S4 HANA, correct? Okay. Hello,
Yes,
I'm
yes, sir.
audible?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is the upgradation project. Okay. You have any doubts in this type of projects? We will be discussing more deeply in a further classes about these implementation projects, because in implementation also we have different types like greenfield, brownfield implementation we have.
Okay.
Okay. You have any doubts up to here? Okay, I'll take it as a no. Okay, this is the for today's session.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. You have any doubts or anything, any questions or any
That's
like any
what, sir. As
confusion?
I asked
Yeah.
you first, like, can I directly study HANA then material management, or is there any something that first have to study the basic material management, then only have to study HANA?
No. It's not like that, Anuradha, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. It's not like that, Anuradha. You can directly study the S4 HANA, because in S4 HANA also we will be teaching SAP config ECC configuration. Then there are some additional we have to learn from in the S4 HANA. Okay.
Okay. The
Yes.
same thing will be as it is like material management, how it will be, same thing it will be in S4 also. Some
But
additional
there are
things
some,
have
yes, there
to
are some changes happen to the SAP,
changes.
like whatever
Okay.
the changes, SAP tables, we can see there are
Oh.
some changes happened in the transaction codes. There, that transaction codes, implementation types. There are some changes coming from the SAP ECC to, like whatever I told you now. I shown you one web page, Fury.
Yeah.
Yes, those
Yeah.
are the upgradations coming from the S4 HANA. That
Okay.
no
Okay.
problem. You can learn directly S4 HANA. That is not a issue. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let me show you the syllabus as well. Yeah, there will be like you can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
What you are able to see, you are able to see the presentation.
Yeah, presentation.
Okay, let me share you once again. Okay. Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Basically, we in SAP training we will be having a level 1 and level 2. Level 1 is the technical training. In technical training, like we'll be understanding the basics of SAP, ERP and S4 HANA. Okay. And what are the different SAP projects we have in a market, and what is the procurement process flow, like where we'll be learning about the sourcing, RFQ, PO, PR, PO, GR. Okay. And enterprise structure, like how to create a company, how to create a plant, how to create a stock, and how to create a storage locations, and how to assign, like we have to assign the company to the company code. Those configurations we'll learn. And later we'll learn about the master data, like how to create a material, how to create a vendor, how to create a customer, and what are the business partner. This is the update coming from the S4 HANA. We call it as a business partner from S4 HANA. Previously we are calling as a vendor. And we'll see the material master, and we'll see the FIMM integration, like how it is connected with the FI module and MM module. And we'll learn about the release management and output management and sourcing with S4 HANA, supplier confirmation, consignment, subcontracting. These are the processes in purchasing. Okay. And some pipeline management, stock transfers, and service management, inventory management, vendor return and blanket PO, and invoice management. Okay. And in level 2 we'll see like what is the project preparations, like I told you, right? Like in SAP we call it as a ASAP methodology. In S4 HANA we call it as a accelerated methodology. we'll see the different phases. There will be different phases in the methodology, whatever the implementation methodology, like a realization phase, final preparation, business blueprint phase, and how like go live and hypercare support will be given. And there I'll be sharing some business blueprint documents, like we call it as a we will be preparing some functional specification documents in a company. Like I'll be sharing the real time, like how it will be in a company, where how the documents are prepared in SAP while implementation.
Okay.
Okay, and I will be explaining about the how to create a custom reports. And I will be giving the I have collected the tickets, like whatever the in as from 10 years, like what are the type of tickets we'll be getting in real time. Suppose if you are selected for some company, and you are like you are deployed in the support project, and like what are the type of support tickets you will be getting in a real time. Okay, and I will be helping in a resume preparation and interview. And once the total training is done, we will be taking mock interviews as well.
Hmm.
Okay, and these are the documents I will be sharing. Actually, I will be sharing some SAP press books also. Like whenever we receive the updates, I'll be sharing those books. And these are the transfer, like how the data is transferred from the non SAP system to SAP system, ECC to S4 HANA. These are the conversion, like how data is transferred. Those things I will be explaining in the level 2 training. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, this is all for today's session. Anyone having any doubts?
How many months, sir, this?
It will take 2.5 to 3 months, Anuradha.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
because the training part is okay, but training part is okay, but you people have to practice more to get
Yeah,
the
yeah.
grip on the SAP. That's the
Hmm.
one point. And you have to understand the concepts. You have to understand the projects. You have to more prepare on the interview side. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is the main thing.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
sir.
You have any doubts?
No, no, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Arun, you have any doubts? Okay, okay. He's from state. Okay. Nadim?